Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video, we will learn how we can install the default instance of Microsoft SQL Server, and we will also install SQL Server Management Studio tool. So let's get started. First of all, we need to take care some prerequisites. So these are the prerequisites I have listed here. Okay. So if we go one by one, so SQL Server 2022 installation binaries will be required either in ISO file or in DVD. Okay. Second thing regarding the processor, you must have the processor of at least 2.0 gigahertz or faster. Faster is recommended. So 2.0 gigahertz is the minimum requirement. And if you talk about the memory, RAM, at least 4 GB RAM is mandatory. If you are installing the SQL Server for larger databases or as per your business requirement, RAM should be more. If you talk about the storage, so on minimum 6 GB is required to hold the all these set of files, installation files. And operating system requirement, if you are having the Windows Server 2016 or later version, then you can install the SQL Server 2022 version. Or if you are using a laptop, then you should have at least Windows 10 or later version. Next one is the .NET framework. So this is the requirement of .NET framework. Version 4.7.2 is required. Along with it, this some additional components will automatically install while we will install the SQL Server. First one is the Microsoft ODBC driver for SQL Server. This will be installed. And next one is the Microsoft OLEDB driver for SQL Server. Alongside this, SQL Server setup files will also be installed. This one. And as I mentioned, SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio, it's a tool, graphical user interface tool that's will be useful for the managing the SQL Server instance through graphical user interface. So this will also be required. So this is the agenda of our video. Okay, this one SSMS version 21 we will install. So let's open the Google Chrome and we'll type here download SQL Server 2022 Developer Edition. Enter. You need to open the first one, Microsoft SQL Server downloads page. This is the authentic site. Okay, always download from the authentic site. Scroll down a little bit. Here you can see four options. Okay, so first one is the SQL Server 2022 on premises. In this and alongside that, SQL Server on Azure and SQL Server 2022 developer. We can also see the SQL Server 2022 Express edition as well, which is a free edition. However, developer edition is also a free edition. It's a feature packed edition and you will not be charged for that. But the condition is only condition is that this must be used for the development environment or testing environment and not should be used for the production environment. Okay, so if we click here, then shortcut file is downloaded first. So what we will do, we will right click, run as administrator, or you can simply open that. I'm just minimizing that. Yeah, the wizard is open. In this wizard, further you can see the installation type. This is the basic. First one, select the basic installation type to install the SQL Server databases engine featured with default configuration. Second one is the custom. Okay, select the custom installation accordingly, and I will go ahead with the download media only because I need to download and then I will install later as per my choice. Click here, and there are certain options. Select language as per your regions or compatibility or language you can select. I am just selecting the English. I am good with that. And you need to select the download location as well. So by default it will go into the C drive download folder. I'm giving desktop is fine for me. Okay, so desktop path I have given. Yeah, that's fine. So now I can download that. See, download has been started. You can see the wizard is downloading the setup files. So let the binaries be downloaded. I will fast forward the video. It's about to download. And download is successful. You can go to the open folder. We have given the desktop. Okay, so it will navigate to the desktop. This is the ISO file, SQL Server 2022.iso. So we need to mount that first. Let me mount that. Click on mount. So as soon as you click on mount, a new drive will be created, DVD drive G. So inside that, all the binaries are available. So let me click on PC and this one. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to select that setup.exe, right click and run as administrator. So make sure to run as administrator. Let me minimize that, this one as well, and that is also done. We have downloaded that. Let me close that window. Here the wizard is being launched in the background. You can see, and installation wizard is successfully launched. So here you can see left hand side certain options. So we need to go ahead and select the installation. This one, this is the planning. Under that, so these are the certain options. Okay, you can go through these. I'm going to click on installation. First one, you need to select new SQL Server standalone installation or add features. Click here. Again, new pop-up will appear. This one is the wizard. As you can see, this is the developer edition. So all these three edition, evaluation, developer or express, are free edition. So just I'm going to select the developer only. Click on next. We need to accept the license terms. Click yes. Go to the next page. This will check certain rules and install the setup files. That is done. That check is completed. Go to next page. Click next. As of now, I'm not going to e- enable that Azure extension for SQL Server. So I'm going ahead with the default one. So what I will do, I will just uncheck that. You can read that, uncheck, because I don't have current requirement. Here you can see instance features. So we are not concerned about all these features. What I will do, I will just go ahead and install the minimum requirement of our database engine. As of now, I will go ahead and install the database engine service, replication service, and full text. Okay. These are integration services, analysis services, master data services. I'm not going to install as of now. This will be covered in our later videos. So by default, we'll go in the C directory. I'm changing that directory, D directory, because it's best practice that you don't install anything in C drive. C drive is basically reserved for the operating systems. So always use dedicated drives, separate drives. And here you can, if you see MS SQL Server, this is the instance ID. See, if we install the default instance, then this will be the instance ID. if you will install the named instance, so you can give any name. Suppose I'm giving the Naresh Tech DB, and if I click on instance ID, this will reflect it. Okay, so your instance name would be different, but the agenda of this video is to install the default instance. So this is the default instance. Click next. Here you can see service accounts. These four services will be installed: agent, database engine, full text, and SQL Server browser service. Against that, you can see account name. This is the default account which will be used to run the SQL Server services. And startup type is manual and automatic. For some features, it's manual, and for some service, it's automatic. However, this can be changed later. So if we go on collation, this is the default collation. If you want to change, you can customize. I'm going ahead with the default one. So let's click next. Here you need to give the server configuration settings. See, if you will use the Windows authentication mode, only Windows users can connect to the database instance. So we need to use the mixed mode. Alongside that, you will be able to use the SQL Server logins to connect the database instance. And I'm giving the SA password and also adding the current user, current Windows user. So this will pick the my user, this one. Okay. This user will have the unrestricted access to the database engine. Next, go to the data directories. So these are the default directories. So I recommend to configure your data directories not in the same drive, but have a separate drive for data files and log files and backups. But I don't have that much storage, so I have created folders just to show you. But you keep in mind, I mean, always use the dedicated drives for that. So I'm going ahead and D drive user data. Yeah, that is fine. Click OK. Yeah, that is fine. Okay. And backup directory. Go to the D drive. This is the D drive. Okay. There is no backup folder. Okay, so I need to create that. Right click on new folder, and then you can rename it to backup. So if you are installing in any production environment or development environment or UAT, so please keep in mind to use the separate or dedicated drives for log files, data files, backup files, and for TempDB as well. Otherwise, what will happen, your disk will quickly fill up, and you will be facing the unwanted performance issues, and database will not be accessible because due to the limitation of that drive size. So this is the path of data directories. If we check, okay, for earlier installations, I already have that tempdb file, so let me delete. Click on systemdb, tempdb. So I need to delete these, shift delete, and then if I recheck, then this error will be gone. See, that is gone. So maxed up and memory, you can maxed up, I'm keeping this as default. Memory, I recommend that you don't use the default one, always use the recommended one. Click on recommended, and you can give the 20% of the server memory. If you are having the 64 GB RAM on your server, then you can give the at least 13 GB minimum server memory, and 80% you can give the maximum server memory if that is the dedicated database server and no other shared component or application is installed on that. So accordingly you can modify. So I need to click on accept that recommended memory configuration. That error is also gone. Click on next. File stream I'm not going to touch. So now this is ready to install. See, this is the summary page. Addition you are installing developer, action you are performing, installation. These features are already installed. PowerShell 3.0, these are the prerequisites. Okay, and database engine application full text we have selected at the time of configuration. You can go through all these things. However, this while installation will be completed, then configuration file path, configuration file will be created under the path. This one, C drive, program files, Microsoft SQL Server. Okay, this is the collation level, and click on install. So installation has been started. This will take a while, around 10 to 15 minutes. So what I will do, I will fast forward this video. This is about to complete. See, all the features are successfully installed, and SQL Server 2022 installation completed successfully with the product updates. These are the features, that is the status. So all features have been installed, and you can see the status succeed. Okay. So this is the log, summary log. You can click on this txt file, go through there. You can see machine name is Naresh. Okay, because my machine name is Naresh, and descriptions Microsoft SQL Server 2022, the version we have installed. You can go through all these things. Okay, everything is written here, what you have provided while doing the installation. So I'm closing that wizard now. Let's close that as well, and we are done with that installation center now. So let's close this as well. Go to the my computer. Let's eject that drive now, what we have mounted earlier. Okay, so this is how we install the SQL Server 2022 Developer Edition. Now what we will do, we will just cross check the services, open SQL Server Configuration Manager. See, these are the services. Let me expand that. SQL Server Browser, Microsoft SQL Server, SQL Server Agent, and full text. So this is in stop state. So I'm starting that agent service. And always, put the startup mode in automatic. Okay. So let me change that manual startup mode for SQL Server Agent Services. Double click, go to Service, Automatic Start Mode. Need to select it and click OK. Similarly for full text, double click, go to Service tab, Startup Mode, select Automatic and click OK. So that is done. Minimize that. Now we will go ahead and install the SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio. So as of now, the current version is 21. Okay, so download SSMS latest version. Go to the first page or second page, I guess. SQL Server Management Studio, second page. Click here, and if you see, there is an option download and install SSMS. Click and download SSMS 21. Click again, and a shortcut file will be downloaded first. We need to either open that or right click and run as administrator. Minimize that. Let me minimize that as well. See, this is the first pop-up, Visual Studio Installer. Before you get started, we need to set up a few things. Okay, so continue. Now Visual Studio Installer is ready to be installed. Let this be completed. See, while installing the SQL Server Management Studio 21, okay, so these are the certain options. If we want to enable, we can select all these things: AI assistant and this one, business intelligence, hybrid and migration, and code tools. Go to the next tab, individual components. If we want to use the copilot in SSMS, okay, so we can enable that, but in this video we are not going to enable that, so I'm leaving this as it is. If you want to enable, then you can enable. So these are the some business intelligence features as well, you can install if you want. Go to the next language pack. So I'm fine with the English, which is already selected. Go to the installation location. By default it will go into the C drive, and it will be requiring around 2 GB, 1.4, and some more, so around 2.5 GB will be required. So I have replaced that C drive with a D drive. As soon as I replaced it, you can see below the path is now changed. However, share components will be moved into the C drive. We cannot change that. That's why this is grayed out. And one more option, we can install while downloading, or we can download all and then we can install. So I will select the default one. Okay, let's see how this will be done. Click on install. Okay, so the first progress bar is for download and second one is for the installation. SQL Server Management Studio 21 is being downloading and parallelly installing the packages. You can see the two progress bar there. This will take a while, so let me fast forward the video. Download is completed and now only installation is pending. So it's in progress. Let this also be completed. This is about to complete, 99% completed. So giving the finishing touch. So in SQL Server Management Studio, there are a lot of options. I mean, AI integration, business intelligence tools. In earlier versions, that was not the case. Okay, so they have improved a lot. All installation are up to date. Okay, so installation is completed. We can launch from here. Let this be open. You can sign it to SQL Server Management Studio either through Microsoft account or GitHub, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to skip and add account later. So if you click there, then you will see the SSMS page. It's asking for, we are excited to introduce a new connection dialog experience. Preview feature only available for database engine. Your most recently used connection information will be carried over to the new experience. So would you like to try out? Yes, obviously. Click on yes. And now see, this is the connection page. You can go through browse local and see narrate. So if you have installed the default instance, so while doing the making the connection you need to give the your machine name only. Okay, because default instance don't have name, so this will connect through the machine name. So that is Naresh, we have given Windows authentication, we are fine. Encryption I need to put optional, and then everything is fine. Connect and see that is successfully connected. Expand, you can expand the databases. This is the instance name. This is the username. Expand the databases. As of now, we don't have any user databases, only system databases are there. So if we go and click on new query, let's check the version detail. Select @ version and execute that. See, we have successfully installed Microsoft SQL Server 2022 RTM. RTM means release to market version. Okay. So patches you need to install later. See, copy and yeah, we have all the information now. Microsoft SQL Server 2022 64-bit, and these are the services. Everything is up and running fine. Let's close that or yeah, this is the database tab. Let's minimize that. So we have covered all the whole agenda of this video. We have installed SQL Server 2022, and we have also installed SSMS version 21. So I hope this video was helpful to you. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.